The winter season was at its peak. The mountains were covered in snow, and the cold winds had frozen the entire atmosphere. A strange silence prevailed all around, as if nature itself was in deep slumber. During such a time, in the middle of a dense forest, a monk was immersed in meditation. The monk's body was covered with a thin cloth, yet his face radiated extraordinary peace. He was lost in his meditation, undisturbed by the biting cold. The sound of the chilly winds, the rustling branches of the trees, and the darkness of the night only deepened the monk's focus. The villagers often said that the monk had been meditating in this dense forest for years. He had embraced the cold, hunger, and solitude as parts of his life. Many who saw him wondered whether he was an extraordinary human or a divine soul. On that cold night, as snow fell and the temperature chilled to the bone, a young man, lost and trembling, stumbled upon the monk's hut. His body shivered from the cold, and fear was evident in his eyes. Seeing the monk, he said, "Maharaj, this cold will surely kill me. How can you sit here in the open in such freezing weather?" The monk opened his eyes and said in a calm voice, "The cold affects only the body, not the mind. If you can calm your mind and connect it with nature, this cold will no longer trouble you." The young man, surprised, asked, "But Maharaj, how is that possible? Doesn't everyone feel the cold?" The monk smiled and replied, "This cold, this silence, they are all parts of nature. I don't see them as enemies but as tools for my meditation. When you accept nature, it stops troubling you. The cold, for me, is a test that strengthens me from within." The monk asked the young man to sit beside him and began sharing his story. "Once, I too feared the cold, just like you. I used to think it would destroy me. But then I realized that the cold awakens an inner energy within me. When the external noise fades and silence spreads, that's when you can hear the voice within. This silence is the true teacher." The young man listened carefully. His eyes, once filled with fear, now sparkled with hope. He asked, "Maharaj, can I also overcome this cold and fear?" The monk said, "There is no need to fight. Accept it, understand it. If your mind is strong, neither the cold nor any other obstacle can stop you." The night passed. The next morning, as the sun's rays fell on the snow-covered ground, the young man felt a newfound energy within himself. He expressed his gratitude to the monk and left. Not only had he learned to endure the cold, but he had also gained the inspiration to accept life's challenges. From that day on, the young man returned to the village and shared the monk's teachings with everyone. He realized that hardships, whether they are cold winters or life's challenges, don't come to break us but to make us stronger. This story not only paints a vivid picture of winter's chill but also teaches us how embracing difficulties can elevate our lives. The monk's character imparts valuable lessons of patience and self-confidence.